This is CBS 6 News Early Morning at 5.
Welcome back. Do you remember this? 2 years ago today, that 5.8 magnitude earthquake rattled much of the East Coast. That epicenter of the quake located just 40 miles from Richmond. Carrie, we remember that so vividly. And not only just the earthquake itself, but all of the aftershocks that followed. How many did we have?
Well, that's a really great question, and I've heard that one a lot. And I'll get phone calls from people or Facebook or Twitter messages, people saying, my house was just shaking. I swear I'm not crazy. I can tell you.
I called you, yeah.
Yeah, you're not crazy. What you felt as shaking was probably true. You probably felt a micro earthquake or an aftershock from the initial earthquake. So we've had, let's look now at the Central Virginia Seismic Zone, and we'll pull it up big screen so everybody can see it. This is the area where we have all these really old, buried, folded, twisted faults, because this is old bedrock that we're talking about here. And maybe you don't know this, but the Appalachian chain that runs through Western Virginia used to be bigger than the Rockies.
Wow.
It was a huge mountain chain back in the old days. So we had the one major earthquake, and there have been literally hundreds of aftershocks.
Wow.
Hundreds. And this is cool. I didn't know this until I spoke yesterday with a geophysicist with the USGS, and he said that right after the earthquake, which I put the bullseye there in red, you see it's kind of pulsing, that's where most of the aftershocks have been, obviously in between Louisa and Mineral. They sent instruments to Virginia for the first few months after the first earthquake to count some of these aftershocks, and most of them, of course, the biggest ones occur in the following months right afterward. And so they kept all these like tight grid of instruments in the Central Virginia Seismic Zone through Christmas. And it was fascinating what they were able to study and learn because this is such an old buried fault line. Now, I've had a lot of people also asking me this morning on our live chat, what about the most recent aftershocks? And this was on August 11th, and I think I had someone on Facebook ask me, you know, Carrie, has the USGS confirmed one? And I have to tell them no. And the reason why is because the USGS just can't monitor all of these smaller aftershocks. They are keeping a closer eye on the big ones, the big threats for us. And you can live chat with me on Facebook or Twitter, or if you don't have either of those, you can still email me old school style, crose@wtvr.com.
I'll email you.
All right.